going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about ZCASH because, as you guys can see, ZCASH is back on an uptrend, back up 5% in the last 24 hours. I'm going to talk about what I think is about to happen here in ZCASH, what is going on right now. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go straight over this. So first things first, looking at all the numbers, all the numbers still looking good. 5% in the last 24 hours, only down 6% in the last 7 days. And then all the other numbers obviously are going to be green with Zcash, obviously. But things have been going good. It's back above $500 now. Well, it's like fluctuating between $4.99 and $500. A lot of people have some interesting thesis on it. This person is talking about how Zcash might go below this line here, which is 90 EMA 200. So we're going to be seeing the 200 EMA, or seeing it going below this. He said if it's going to continue to go below it, then it could go on a downtrend, which actually could be a possibility if it does do that, right? Now, me personally, I like to go with these type of chart patterns rather than doing like the EMAs and stuff, but we always get the same results. Technically, we always get the same results. Like if it drops below this this little support here, then I'm out, right? Like 392, like out. If it goes below this support and then continues its downtrend, that could be a nasty drop. So we're just gonna have to see if Zcash is really about to do something like that. But I'll show you what I think is going on here. So we are currently inside of a falling wedge. So not only are we in a falling wedge right here, first of all, this right here is the falling wedge. Falling wedge, bullish side, doesn't always win, has an 82% win rate to the upside. Falling wedges have an 82% win rate to the upside. One of the most successful trading patterns out there is the falling wedge, right? And we are inside of a falling wedge. And not only are we inside of a falling wedge, but our falling wedge is actually none other than inside a falling wedge. So we have a falling wedge within a falling wedge, which makes us in a falling wedge in a falling wedge. So this thing could literally take off because it has double bullish signals. Now, I've seen a lot of falling wedges go to the downside and not break out like they should because it's not 100%. It's 82% of the cases. So 82% chance, right? Which is still pretty high, but it doesn't always break out to the upside. So that's just something you got to remember with these patterns. But yeah, we do have a falling wedge on a 30-minute chart here, a smaller one. We do have a good amount of selling pressure coming in on the MACD for the 30-minute chart, which is pretty short term. So I don't really like to focus on the short ones like that. But we can look at the 4-hour chart and we can see that the percent R trend exhaustion is showing the short-term trend doing like a reversal to the uptrend, and the long-term trend doing like a reversal to the uptrend. So we're seeing both the short-term trend and the long-term trend kind of reversing back upwards. So that's a pretty good thing. And not only do we see that, but we can also see over here the MACD is starting to show a reversal as well. So we're seeing a reversal into buying pressure here. So this is all selling, boom, and now it's reversing to buying pressure. You can see it building up right there and reversing. So that's also another thing that makes me believe that we're about to be pretty bullish here with Zcash, and not to mention our the tiny falling wedge here is also pretty bullish as well, in my opinion. And then we have the daily chart. Now, the daily chart is a little bit different, all right? The daily chart is showing us some different info. So the first thing we're seeing here on the daily chart is the percent R trend exhaustion. Now, we were overbought. We hit a reversal point because we were overbought, and then boom, we start going down. But now look, it does look like the long-term trend is curving outwards. If this happens, you can see the short-term trend is also starting to follow suit. So look at how the long-term and the short-term trend are now starting to curve sideways a little bit. This could be a signal that there is a reversal in the making. So I think that we might actually still be bullish here with Zcash. And not only that, on here on the MACD for the daily chart, this is something that does kind of look bearish though. But look at how very little selling came last time this happened. Last time we had a massive pump and then the MACD sold off, but barely any selling. then a massive pump, MACD sells off, barely any selling pressure, and another massive pump, right? That's how I'm thinking that it could be. So if that's a possibility, that would be very, very nice for Zcash. Now coming to the weekly charts, we could see the MACD is showing a lot of buying pressure, just straight buying pressure, heavy buying pressure. The percent R trend exhaustion showing overbought to the upside, now curving back just or pulling back just a little bit, but it could easily have a reversal back to the upside. So we'll see what happens there. But all in all, I mean, I think Zcash is in a very good position here. So, it's inside of a very good position. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Zcash is going to break out to the upside? Or do you think Zcash is going to continue to dump? Me personally, I think everything is leading towards the upside. So it would be pretty surprising if it does dump. But I don't know. Let me know. And anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Go ahead and become a member of the channel. All that good stuff, guys. And as always, I'll be back with another video.